Hi, everybody. When I first started collecting DVDs back in March of 1997, I was one of the first people I knew that was an early adopter. I bought a player immediately and I started buying discs immediately because I knew right away that this DVD format was going to take over and it was going to do for movies what the compact disc CD did for music. I just knew it. So it was sold immediately before it was even on the market. So at first, there were only about 50, from my memory or so, about 50 DVDs that were made available. They were made available by Warner. Warner was the first company, I believe, to get into it. Warner adopted this format called the snapper case. And we didn't know anything else at the time. But the thing I'm going to do with this video is to show you a lot of snapper cases that I picked up recently. But what's interesting to me is that snapper cases became very undesirable. And after a while, we started getting the Amaray case. Everybody knows the Amaray case, plastic on the sides here, right? The clear plastic sheet where the artwork slides down in there. So that became the new format. And this is the one that everybody would pretty much switch to. Now, let me just tell you, this here, we call it a snapper case, of course, because the side snaps open like that. And then you just open it. And there you have artwork inside, and there's the disc. The discs, you got to say this, the discs were always very, very sturdy. They were secure on this hub. Very rarely did a hub like this break. It was always easy just to pop it right off. You didn't have to do much work at all. It came off easy and it went on just as easy. Snap. Then you close it again. Snap. Well, what I did was back then, I was worried about the cardboard image getting damaged. So what I did was I found a warehouse that stocked these clear plastic sleeves. And what I used to do was I would take the DVD with the snapper case and slide it right in there. Has the folds on it, fold it in. And that's how I would store all of my DVD snappers. No chance for them ever to get damaged. No chance for anything to ever happen. Suddenly, I'm attracted to the snapper case. It's funny how that works. Let me give you a comparison here. When compact discs, music CDs came out, originally, they were kept in these long cardboard boxes. They called them long boxes. You would have this big, long cardboard thing. Okay. And the CD would be in here, usually at the bottom. And they kind of did this because it was harder to steal back then. And you'd flip through the racks like this. Well, what I did, and what everybody seemed to do at the time, well, 99% of us, we would get these long boxes, take out the CD, keep the CD, and throw these in the garbage. Nobody wanted these things. Turned out that now I'm on the hunt, as are a lot of collectors, for these things. I had a closet full once upon a time, but I eventually got rid of them, threw them in the garbage, unfortunately, which I regret. And it costs money to get these. So actually now they're sought after collectibles. Same thing is happening, I think, to a smaller degree with the snapper case DVD. So I'm going to go through a whole slew as quickly as I can. These are snapper cases that I recently bought. In another video after this, I'm going to show you snapper cases up there that I've had for many years. These are the new editions, and I'm going to show you, okay, the older editions I've had for many decades. Okay, here's one, Blazing Saddles, but let me give you an example here. Here's the Blazing Saddles Mel Brooks film snapper case. And I picked this up recently. This is the Blu-ray. So basically what I'm doing is if it's a movie I really like, I'm going to own it on the Blu-ray because I like Blu-ray better than DVD. The only bad thing about these is I'm collecting them now for the artwork. I'm not collecting them for the content because unless it's a rare exception where there's no other way that you can possibly get the movie. If the only release has ever been a Snapcase DVD, then I'm gladly happy to have it. But to watch a movie I love, I usually will get it to a Blu-ray. I got this for the sleeve, and look, tell me which one's better, honestly. I mean, you know, come on. What's the nicer, the bigger artwork, the nicer artwork? This is much more full, you know, classy looking. This one, kind of dwarfed. Here's Katharine Hepburn, Spencer Tracy, Pat, and Mike. John Wayne and Red River. There we go, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I have this, you know, on a Blu-ray. I don't need this. But again, it's for the artwork. Look how nice this looks. Yeah, 42nd Street. It's a nice piece of artwork. And the back covers as well sometimes, you know. We got pictures on the back covers as well. Judy Garland in A Star Is Born. That's a beautiful, you know, I'm collecting it because this, and it's only, you find these for $1 or $2. A lot of times these movies are only $1 or $2. All right. Paul Newman in Cool Hand Luke. I've got this on a DVD, but bigger artwork. Schwarzenegger in Total Recall, a movie that I really don't even like much. Saw it in the theater, but nice to have it like that. Deliverance, I've got a Blu-ray, great movie. There's a nice artwork case for it. Clint Eastwood, Unforgiven. I have this film here, science fiction 1970s film. Have it on a Blu-ray, but you know what? This is a much better looking presentation, that cover. Much nicer than the cover on the Blu-ray. All right. Okay. Albert Brooks, Meryl Streep, Defending Your Life. Really nice. Charles Lawton and Clark Gable, Mutiny on the Bounty. Okay. Stagecoach, John Wayne. For what it's worth, I put this movie on, this old case, and look how nice that looks. Look at that. Some of the inside art is really nice. I mean, beautiful. I put this one on, and you see, this is the problem. This is an earlier DVD, right? So the quality wasn't remastered. I should mention that too. You know, that's the only problem. If you're keeping these because you want these to be the movie presentation, some of them are all you can get, best you can get. But some of them have been, since then, in the decades to follow, they've been remastered and put in high definition. So that's why these are basically for the cover art only, for me, really. DOA, a movie that I thought was overrated, just like I thought Detour was overrated recently, but I'm going to give this another try. That's a nice cover. Come on. Okay, this is a nice cover. A movie I've never seen. The Postman Always Rings Twice. And some of these I figured I would watch for the first time, you know. So you have them and you can enjoy them and watch them. Okay, Key Largo with Bogart and Edward G. Robinson, Lauren Bacall. Okay, A Dog Day Afternoon with Pacino. All right. Here's a really good movie. Papillon. Steve McQueen, Dustin Hoffman. I mean, this kind of movie is one that I will upgrade for sure to Blu-ray because I've seen it and I really like it. Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Terminator. Beautiful, beautiful, big artwork cover. Look at the next one. Got a couple of Charlie Chaplin for you. Look how beautiful that artwork is. Is that beautiful? I mean, it really is. And some of these, I want to see if this is one of them. Yeah, this is one of them. Some of these, you open it up, it has the information, but it also has like a gatefold. I mean, collectors like me, fans of movies, a lot of us, let me know about how you felt, couldn't wait to get rid of these. We couldn't wait to get rid of these, you know, and upgrade to the Amaray case. To the Amaray case, you know. I wanted everything to be an Amaray, but not so much now. Well, here's the other Charlie Chaplin I wanted to show you. Really, is that beautiful? It's a beautiful freaking piece of art. Well, so Chaplin Mutuals Volume 3. This is, I mean, I only have Volume 3. This is a gorgeous cover. Look at that. Philadelphia Story. Yeah, we're talking about Hepburn, we're talking about Cary Grant and James Stewart. And there's the back. $2. Tracy and Hepburn, another beautiful cover. Woman of the Year. A beautiful back cover. Beautiful. Another gorgeous cover. Gaslight. Movie I've never seen. This will, when I get to this, it'll be my first view. You know, in some of the early discs here, unfortunately, are flippers. They call them flippers. They're two-sided discs. Sometimes you'd have the widescreen version of a film on one side and the standard version on the other. You know, sometimes you'd have just the main version on one side and the extra features bonuses on the second. Okay, The Drive by Night. There we go. We've seen that one too before. The Haunting. Beautiful box. John Wayne and others in Rio Bravo. Let's go back to Tracy and Hepburn, a beautiful cover. Fun movie. Adam's Rib. Okay, really. Here's a Marx Brothers. Beautiful. I have the Marx Brothers, okay, on a Blu-ray set. It's a little tiny Blu-ray box that has all their films in much better quality and definition than this, I'm sure. But that is one really nice looking cover art. Okay. Rebel Without a Cause. Beautiful cover again. James Dean. And we got the picture of him on the back. I mean, really nice. The Changeling with George C. Scott. I think I have this on a Amaray case. Now, I know I have this on a regular standard Amaray case. This is Whatever Happened to Baby Jane with Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. And what does it look like in here? I mean, look at this. You open it up, right? I mean, come on. That's nice. Really. Didn't care about these. Got rid of these. I used to have this when it first came out. As soon as the Amaray case came out, I said, "Oh, let me upgrade to that." You know, you're upgrading in disc quality usually, movie quality, but you're not upgrading in cover art, I don't think. And here we go, Casablanca. That's just a beautiful. I have I believe, a Blu-ray of this ready to watch, but the cover is nowhere near as beautiful as that. Nowhere near it. And this one, the disc looks nice, you know. North by Northwest. I mean, this would not be the optimal version on disc to watch for sure, but it's such a nice cover, right? Ben-Hur is one of my favorite films, maybe the best movie I think of all time. And this one, you've got it. There's the snapper case. So we unsnap and we open it up. Folds out. It's another one of those discs with fold-out cover. Snap. Snap it right back. Okay, another Marx Brothers. Fun cover. Nice artwork. Horse feathers. Elvis Presley, Jailhouse Rock. Now, I know that the quality of this DVD got better later on. I have a better copy of this, but I love it for the cover. What can I tell you? You want to open it up, get a look at this. The King of Rock and Roll, right? Look at that. We got a Woody Allen film, Cries and Misdemeanors. Not really a great cover. Just a snapshot, really, but it's bigger. It's bigger than the DVD I have of it. A Blu-ray, I mean. Bigger than the Blu-ray I have of it. Singing in the Rain. Snap. Classic musical. Not much of it inside, but... Okay, a movie that I really didn't care for the one time I saw it. I'm going to probably give it another view. The classic, The Searchers. It's a beautiful cover. I know I say that a million times, you know, but... Is it really beautiful or what? You tell me. Look at that. So I'm basically, again, House of Wax with Vincent Price. Beautiful cover. Much better than the one that I have on Blu-ray. Um, let's open it up. There's another picture in there. Okay. All right, I've got only a couple more left. Goodbye, Mr. Chips. Never seen this film. But I went crazy buying these because they're so cool looking and they're so cheap. The Thing from Another World. Now, the Blu-ray cover I have is identical to this, but smaller. You know, this is right out there in your face now. Let's just see. Open it up. There you go. All right, so the last thing I'm going to show you is when you put these all together on the shelves, they line up nicely with all the spines. How nice do those spines look? Really good, right? So first, Warner Brothers started this, spearheaded it. Then MGM followed, and other companies followed. And I remember at the time, people did, like I said, did not like these snap cases, and they really wanted to get into the Amaray cases, which became the king, of course, and they abandoned these. But yeah, this is it, folks. Thank you for watching, and be on the lookout as I do a future video, hopefully not too far away from here, where you're going to see me go onto the shelves and take some other snapper cases that I've had for many years and have not upgraded yet because a lot of them never got upgraded. Or maybe some of them did get upgraded to high definition, but the thing was, I just preferred to keep the old cover art. All right, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you have not. And watch out for my live movie chat that I have every Monday, and you could join in. Cheers.